to see all the details. Okay, I've been talking about this cooler that we have coming up for you. And I know when I said cooler, did your mind automatically go to the big rectangle thing with the lid and you need 2 people to carry it? Usually it does, but not with this one. This is called from Built New York. It's the large welded cooler bag, and we have it for you in 2 colors. So we've got it in the mauve wood, which is what you see right here, and this one is the blue sparkle. And we only have about 2 dozen left in the blue sparkle. I'm just gonna show it to you here, empty, because this bag can hold so much. It was $80 more than our price is today. So if you've been wanting a great big, full capacity cooler that you could carry, one person could carry, this is it. We're going back to Kelly to give us all the details on this cooler, Kelly.
Tamra, do you not own this yet, girlfriend?
I don't know, I don't have this one yet.
Oh, you gotta grab it today. Okay, this one I've had for about a year. And I got to tell you, my husband used to want one of those really expensive coolers that were like $300. And there's a couple of brands out there. You know what I'm talking about. They're very expensive. They keep ice cold for days. This keeps ice cold for days. And today, because we only have a handful left, it's on clearance. Now, it's worth mentioning that the Blue Sparkle has no sparkle. So if you are interested in purchasing this for the hubby that's a fisherman or an outdoorsman, you are safe to purchase the blue. It's a light blue. And then this is our mauve wood. It's like a pink, but it's so comfortable. My husband was mad at me. We had a show earlier. He said, you didn't talk about how comfortable it is to hold. The neoprene handle on the edge here is so comfortable that even when you load it with what I'm about to load it with, you know, even the most petite lady could carry this because it's that neoprene handle. Now, I will say the exterior is made with what whitewater rafts are made out of. We just went whitewater rafting 2 days ago. And I'll tell you, those whitewater rafts, they hit jagged rocks. They hit the edges of the banks. They can't puncture, right? Because your life sort of depends on it. That's the same material we're using here with our Built Cooler Bag. That's the reason we're giving you a lifetime warranty. Lifetime warranty on a cooler bag that's not costing you an arm and a leg. It's the best size, I think, in my opinion. I'm going to start out by putting a whole bottle of champagne. Why not? Okay, so a whole bottle of champagne, and then these are my husband's beers. And whether it's the sports drinks for the soccer moms or the soccer grandmas, and you got to bring the whole sports drink, you know, that night for the kiddos, or you want to bring this out on the boat with you, you're going to a cabin, maybe this is for that fisherman or that hunter in your life. Okay, that was 9 bottles. Now we're on to the cans. And if you're wondering capacity and you're just doing cans, it'll do 32 cans plus ice. It'll do 18 of the full-size bottles. And then, okay, so now I'm at my 12th, 13th, 14th can. Now I'm on to my bottles of water, Tamara, because you got to keep hydrated as well. So we'll add those inside. So now I've got 14 cans. I've got 7 or 8 bottles, 6 bottles of water, and I'm going to add my ice. Now, if I fill this to capacity and I keep my ice inside here totally full, Tamara, I'm not kidding you, girlfriend, in 2 days, possibly even 3 days, I can come back to this cooler and still have frozen cubes of ice.
Wow.
That's what we're talking about. It's an 1.5 inches thick of our insulation. We call it our freeze lock insulation. And we guarantee this bag for a lifetime. So you're getting a lifetime warranty. I think that's why it was so popular earlier, because
yes.
I think it was their today's special at $100 a couple of years ago, and it was a fantastic value. We only have a handful left.
Yes.
Grab these as gifts. They're such great gifts.
They are. And you, okay, were you keeping track of how much that Kelly put in there? And then look, then she can pick it up with that padded neoprene handle, so you can actually still carry it. You don't need 2 people. So you're seeing the details on this bag. This is the large one. This is what if you really want to hold a lot and you want it to stay cold, you heard that, up to 3 days that you've got ice cubes in there. I like that we have this one for you today on a clearance price. The only thing is we're down to 2 colors, but almost really down to just 1, because we're gonna give you last call on that blue sparkle. And that's it. And then the rest are gonna be the mauve wood. You know what, that's okay. It still works exactly the same way. Nice large mouth, so it's easy to hold. BPA-free liner, freezer lock. I mean, literally, this is the cooler that you would and probably should pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars for, but you're not. You're getting it on clearance and on FlexPay. So this one's almost gone. Just so you know, we're giving you last call on this one. Mauve wood is gonna be the one that we have left, and then that's it. And Kelly, what I like is that you can stuff it, but when you're not using it, you don't have to build a shelf in your garage to store it.
Yes. Tamara, it's so true, because it's that soft-sided cooler, not the big clunky hard cooler. You know, the big clunky hard cooler, you have to say, hey buddy, can you grab the other side of that? Because you could never carry it to the beach or to the lake by yourself, those big clunky coolers. This is soft-sided. It's worth mentioning again, the neoprene handle. Neoprene is actually what they make wetsuits out of. So you can imagine how squishy and soft and comfy it is to hold. It also comes with a bottle opener on front. I've never seen that. That's clever. Let's say you did take this down to the lake and you've got those glass bottles. You're able to pop those tops right there with you on your cooler. But what's cool is that it's actually got a roll top to keep it waterproof. So you can see I'm rolling the top down, and let's say I did have some ice in there or some, something that spilled or some liquids in there. Once I roll that down, if this say took a tumble, it wouldn't leak out. And that's really important to me as well. So it's completely leak proof when you roll that down. It has a nice wide mouth opening. So you can see, very easy for me to get in and out of, very easy for me to say, take my ice and pour on the inside, because it has that wide mouth opening. But I know a lot of folks that are doing grocery shopping, or maybe you're into the grocery delivery business, or you get your groceries delivered, you could pop this to them. This is great for that, because maybe you have multiple stops to make, or maybe you're getting your groceries and you have to stop by the bank, or you want to get a coffee, or you want to stop at your sister's. You can keep your groceries cold. You can see I've got some sodas, and all I did, Tamara, was just place my ice blocks. So you can use ice blocks or ice to drop that temperature. But now when I go to the grocery store and I get my frozen sausage patties, or my half-gallon of OJ, or my, frozen waffles, or my frozen shrimp and French fries, or how about my full gallon of ice cream? I mean, you can see the capacity here. A couple of frozen burritos. Now I can stop at a couple of locations on my way home and not worry that my groceries and all that hard-earned money is going to be wasted, even if it's just grapes and cheese or cottage cheese or potato salad. It's going to stay cold. It's going to stay chilled.
Kelly, what a great idea. I hadn't thought about that, but I've lived through that. I've gone, to go get the groceries, and I'm thinking, I'm over here by these other places I need to go, but I also need to get the eggs home. What do I do?
Exactly.
I don't want to make multiple trips. It's brilliant for that. And I'll tell you, it was like a clown car. Stuff kept coming out, and it was getting bigger and bigger. This is, now this blue is gone, but we've already stuffed this one, so I want to share with you our clown car. Look at this full-size ice cream. We've got our mac and cheese. Look at all, we went to the farmer's market, so that was another stop that we were able to make and get a whole bushel of tomatoes. Fruit, anyone? We've got that for you too, and it's cold. This is not, nobody wants lukewarm fruit. We've got a gallon of milk and a gallon of orange juice, and there was still more room in there. And everything, you can't feel it, but I can feel it. Everything is cold. That's the idea behind this. Leak-proof, tear-proof, easy to carry, easy to store, lifetime guarantee. Is there anything else that you would require of a cooler that this one doesn't have? I don't think so. Kelly, I really do think this is the most feature-rich and equipped cooler that we have ever come across.
It really is, Tamara. And I'll say there was an independent lab that tested our ice, but HSN also did the ice test. So we kept this full of ice, and it'll hold 30 full pounds. We poured in 30 full pounds of ice. It's what we call our freeze lock installation. Once you drop the temperature to a freezing point, it locks in. 3 days later, they checked every 24 hours. 3 days later, HSN still had frozen cubes of ice inside their cooler. And it was also tested at a lab, which HSN requires. So we're telling you, yes, 3 days later, as long as you fill it to capacity with ice, you will still have ice but most of us only need it for a day, right? Nobody's keeping ice, needs to keep it there for 3 days. You could even use this as a party bucket. So you could even roll the top down, and you can see here, I've got my water, I've got my beers, whatever the case may be. Leave it in the open position as a little party bucket, and everybody can come by and grab their favorite beverage while they're outdoors on your patio. Maybe you're social distancing, but you still want to have people over, but maybe not in the inside of your home. Everybody can have that frozen chilled drink as well. And then you've got the bottle opener, lifetime warranty. The welded seams means this is not going to break, bend, or bow. These seams are welded with heat and pressure. So normally a company, Tamara, you and I know this very well, won't give a lifetime warranty if we're afraid something is going to malfunction often and come back to us. We give a lifetime warranty because this is a solid thing. This is a solid, really great cooler.
I mean, it is built. It truly is. Kelly, thank you so much. Thanks for sharing a part of your vacation with us as well.
Sure.
And
cheers.
Definitely to you as well. And if you want to go ahead, we're down to our last about 400.